Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your support. This is the daily reading for all signs. It is originally created for Tuesday the 21st of June, but it's not solely set for that date. If you are seeing it on a different date, please, if the reading makes sense, read it. If it doesn't, that's okay too. It doesn't necessarily mean that anything is wrong or broken. Please check out the drop-down menu in any of my daily videos. In there are some housekeeping rules and things that I want you to know, ways to book private reading with me, and how to follow me on social media if you're interested. Please hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a question or comment. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video out. All of that stuff helps me greatly. All right, so let's see what is going on in the cards today. I'm running behind. I ended up having to take Colette to the vet this morning. I don't know what's going on with her, but I'm a little nervous. So let's see what's going on with the cards. So we have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is a setback card, right? It is about, it's generally depicted in a traditional tarot deck with a woman with a boy on crutches walking past a church in the snow. Fives are always transitory, meaning it's like change is happening, but it may not be the best of change, right? Like the Five of Swords is, and not is it the five? No, the Five of Wands is the whole lot of fuckery card where they're all fighting with wands, with sticks, you know. But it may be an unpleasant experience, but it's sort of an experience we might need to go through, or endure, or visit, so to speak, so that we can understand a little bit better, maybe about ourselves, about the situation, about our own capabilities, whatever. So I don't think that this is a really bad card in the sense that it is a setback generally as a rule. What I like about this particular design is although this pentacle here feels broken, there's this line of pink, this ribbon of pink behind it. And to me, that signifies this idea of like compassion towards oneself during the harder times, right? If there's something that we're maybe like revisiting, looking at, and oftentimes it can be, you know, memories from the past. I don't know why I'm feeling that sort of like with this card. If it's memories from the past that we're revisiting, maybe we're healing them in some way, shape, or form, right? Maybe these pieces, instead of these pieces of the pentacle breaking apart, are they actually maybe already broken and maybe coming back together through this ribbon? That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from it. By going through this change, or by looking and sitting with this stuff, because Pentacles is a very sort of patient energy. It's the most densest form. It's the body energy, right? It represents the element of earth. And so it's the actual physical body. So when we are healing old wounds or healing old pains at the sort of densest of levels, right? It can be really powerful stuff. Underneath this is the Four of Pentacles. So it's a bit of slower energy, right? But it's that sort of, to me, that depth of the energy or that density of the energy is what makes it so powerful. And having compassion or love for ourselves or for another human being or for a situation that maybe has not felt so good to us, has maybe set us back in some sort of way, will help to sort of transform us or change our perception of the situation and how we move through it, right? And how we experience it, how broken it may or may not leave us in the end. If we reflect upon it or look at it in a way that's steady, balanced, patient, all of the things that the sort of the Pentacles offer, right? Discerning. We have that World card coming up in the midweek. And so some of you could be experiencing some of that world energy around this Five of Pentacles a little early if you're not experiencing that Four of Pentacles energy underneath it. And what I mean by that is the world is about assimilating the learning journey of the Fool, basically, right? So the world is about taking the knowledge that we've learned and assimilating it into who we are and into our being, and then moving on to the next chapter. So some of us might be revisiting old wounds, old setbacks, old pains, sadness, heartbreak, right? But instead of allowing it to maybe rule us or indicate to us who we are or how we react, we might actually be healing it in some way if we sit with it from a place of compassion or love. That's kind of this pink ribbon behind it all. And also the steadiness of the Four of Pentacles underneath it all. And the healing of the world, which is like, okay, how do I look at this? How do I learn from it? How do I move on from it? And how do I not let it rule me in a way that like negatively affects me any longer? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. The Five of Pentacles also is always that family depicted moving through the snow. And yes, it's a dire situation, but they're moving in front of this church, which says to me that there's this element of spirit or God present, and that they're going to be okay ultimately in the end. And that's kind of the feeling that I get with this pink ribbon too, is that ultimately in the end, as long as we keep that sort of idea of compassion for ourselves or for whomever may have wronged us or whatever the situation may have been, to keep that sense of compassion and love and healing around us, will allow us to change and transform this into something that doesn't necessarily have to continue to harm us or continue to set us back. Now let's look at the Animal Spirit Oracle. Oh, cool. Interesting. It's a heart. Otter Spirit, card number 42, which is a 6. You are never alone. How sweet is that? These two little otters together. So, to me, when I look at this, 6s are about balance, bringing things into balance. So as we're shifting through the change of the 5, we might be shifting right over into this idea or this communion with this number 6, and the idea that we're not alone in the challenges that we may face or the setbacks that we've been through, or as we find compassion for them, we realize that we're more alike than we are different, or we've all been through our hardships, and we find places where we can relate rather than disassociate. Does that make sense? So let me read Otter Spirit to you. Sorry, guys. I'm just it's been a rough morning. Okay. Oracle message. Like true friends, otters nurture each other and express their affection through touch. Actions such as holding hands and giving hugs offer reassurance that we are never really alone and that we are always cherished. Otter Spirit has appeared to remind you to experience and express friendship in a tangible and even tactile way. Communicate with your voice, your facial expressions, your gestures, and your actions, letting your love express itself beyond just the words you speak. Otter Spirit's message is that presence matters. So remember to be fully present with those that you care about, helping them to sense the love and affection and appreciation you have for them. Now is a time for a joyful celebration of the love in your life that expresses as friendship and companionship. Hug someone, touch their arm, or simply look into their eyes with your full attention, saying, I care, you matter. Make time for friendship. Otter Spirit promises that the moment you reach out, you will remember that you too have many who love and care about you. You are never alone, and you are always loved. Remember the grounding stone this week is sharing too, which kind of fits really beautifully with this reading. Have you, the protection messages, have you been channeling all your affection to just one person or counting on only one friend or individual to hold you up? Heedless of your resources all around you. You deserve support and love from many people, and when Otter Spirit arrives, you're reminded that you have a community. Somewhere is another friend who wants to experience the joy of giving to you and seeing your happiness as you receive their gift of attention, affection, and kindness. Otter Spirit wants you to open your eyes and see the love that is available to you from all directions. Do you believe it? Do you feel it? Reach out to someone and you will see that they want to hold your hand as much as you want to hold theirs. Love, support, and friendship are available to you, so connect with community and friends. So let's go into the grounding. And the grounding stone today, we want to ground in the idea of joy, which is a very high vibrational energy. I feel like joy is kind of not necessarily so in alignment with that Five of Pentacles, but that pink ribbon behind it, underpinning it, is that idea of joy, that compassion, that sweetness, that connection that we see in Otter Spirit. Try and find that today if you are revisiting pains of the past or negative experiences, either presently or things that were kind of maybe healing in a way. I get this feeling that pentacle is coming together rather than breaking apart. I don't know why that is, and it's maybe the heart and otter spirit too, but it feels like there's some healing work going on in this reading today. So if you're finding yourself an opportunity to revisit people, places, situations that you can find maybe joy or compassion and forgiveness with and connect to it in a different way, um, you'll ultimately realize you're not alone and that you can too, like, sort of transform or transmute these experiences into something that is healing and joyful and powerful in its own right, if that makes sense. I think that it does. Hi, what a morning. Okay. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please, again, hit that thumbs up button. Share the video out wherever you see fit. I would greatly appreciate it. And then, leave me a question or comment. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to me. Check out any of my other videos. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow to see how this energy builds. Have a wonderful day and take care.